I know he's the kind of guy that would try to play Victor Von Doom straight, not even saying this is Tony Stark alternate reality mind swap. He would want to play him straight, and I think that's a mistake. What is going on YouTube? 0088 here, and today we got some huge news. I actually did a community post about it, but we've got Robert Downey Jr., one of the biggest reveals in the Marvel Hall H Comic-Con's presentation, alongside Fantastic Four trailer and some other trailers and the Thunderbolts movie or something. But the biggest news was Robert Downey Jr. is going to be returning to the MCU, and instead of playing the guy everybody knows him for, the guy that started the entire MCU juggernaut that it is today, even though it was been lacking, they're going to bring back Robert Downey Jr. in an act of desperation along with the Russo brothers, but not playing Iron Man. He's going to be playing Doctor Doom. And man, it's crazy. I don't get it. I mean, one of the videos I saw was Tyron Magnus's video, and he was going mad. I was like, oh, there's precedents for this. I've seen other people going mad as well. I was thinking to myself, there's precedents for this in the comics. You got the Demon in Armor storyline. There's a few storylines where Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom's mind switches, which is probably the closest one they can do, because it feels like they made it very clear. The Russos said that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Victor Von Doom, not Tony Stark as Doctor Doom, but Victor Von Doom. So if they're going to copy any storyline from the comics, it's going to be Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark switching bodies, at least in this universe, because obviously this is the multiverse we're talking about here. So there's many things they can do here, as we've seen in Deadpool. So how do I feel about this? I like that Robert Downey Jr. has come back, kind of. I mean, there's a lot of people that always talk, you're going to ruin the legacy, bringing Iron Man back to life, going to ruin it. I kind of agree with that, but I don't know. I mean, whatever. Like, if the story is good, the story is good, whether you bring him back or not. But it's going to be hard to make a good story about that. But my real issue is, I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, this could work if you're copying a storyline from the comics. But then I realized this is Robert Downey Jr. This is Robert Downey Jr. This is RDJ. Like, he had the rough time before Iron Man. We know that about all his legal issues and alcohol and all that kind of stuff. And drugs, I don't know. And then he obviously became one of the biggest icon in the MCU and the biggest franchise in the world from the last like 10, 11 years or so. Well, 15 years nearly, maybe, actually. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a long time. So he's been the biggest icon there, making all the money in the world. They had to bring him back for Civil War, bring him back for all the Infinity War storylines and stuff, and they killed him off. He wanted to rest the character. He went off to do some other things successfully. He failed at the chef thing. That's why he came back in Civil War that time. He tried to do a movie. People realized, oh, we just want you to be Iron Man. We don't want to see Robert Downey Jr. doing anything else. And he was like, all right, I'll come back as Iron Man then. You don't like my movie Chef. And then he decided, I'm dead now, so I can't come back. So I've got to do something. And then he won an Oscar for Oppenheimer when he played like more or less the main villain in that. And now Robert Downey Jr.'s ego is probably huge as hell, rightfully so, based on everything he's gone through, and winning an Oscar. And I think he's a bit, you know, he's loving himself a little bit. He's feeling himself a little bit, and I think that makes me feel like he actually wants to play Victor Von Doom. No, I don't know about alternate realities and everything. Maybe they might do that to explain it, but I don't think I don't know if this is going to be Tony Stark in the. I don't know if this is going to be Victor Von Doom's mind in Tony Stark's body. I think this might actually be the Victor Von Doom, and Robert Downey Jr. wants to test himself. He wants to prove himself. He's got an ego big enough to make him believe that he can play two massive characters in the MCU. He played the most iconic characters like Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. go hand in hand. Iron Man, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. go all hand in hand with each other. Like, he's the most visually iconic actor in the MCU. Yet you're bringing him back to play a whole new character, and the only person with an ego and a head big enough to think they can pull that off is Robert Downey Jr. And the only company silly enough and money driven enough and desperate enough to allow that is Marvel. And I just don't know how that's going to work out. Because at first I was thinking they're not going to be that silly, but I don't know, man. There's a lot of egos here, and there's a lot of no hate to Robert Downey Jr. Obviously, I love him as Iron Man. He's awesome. I love Robert Downey Jr. I think he's an awesome guy, but I know he's got a bit of an ego, and I know he's the kind of guy that would try to play Victor Von Doom straight, not even saying this is Tony Stark alternate reality mind swap. He would want to play him straight, and I think that's a mistake with someone so iconic. I don't know if maybe they know that, and I hope I'm completely wrong on this, but I feel like it's a very strong possibility they could be doing that because of how we've got here, how Robert Downey Jr. has got here, you know, how the MCU is right now. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. I mean, they called him the best actor in the world. Did he ask for them to say that? Like, was he like, look, if I'm going to come back, I want to be called the best actor in the world, and I want $200 million, and I want to test myself. I want to play Victor Von Doom. I want Robert Downey Jr. impression sucks, but that's my point. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he would make those demands. Call me the best actor in the world on Hall H, and I don't know, man. It's cool that he's back in the MCU, but I ain't feeling this idea. I hope it works out. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope we are going to see a Tony Stark. Like he might demand all that, but I know Feige and the Russos might be like, look, man, if we're going to let you be the biggest villain, have a whole movie title card based on the villain you're playing, Doomsday, then you've got to play Tony Stark for us for about 5 minutes in a cameo, which it's not going to be worth it, I don't think, if he's playing Victor Von Doom in such a big way. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't even know if this is a story line worth doing. I think they're overestimating RDJ's returning to the MCU as some huge thing. I think they're overestimating that, and I just don't know if it's going to work. I hope it does. Yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like this idea? Do you not like it? What would you guys do with it? What do you think they're going to do with it? Do you think my theory has any credence? Let me know, and I'll see you guys again soon. Peace.